Okay, good morning, students. Myself, Kalpana Vinod Jadhav from Sakar Nagar Municipal English Secondary School. Today, I am going to start a new lesson, that is lesson number 7, lenses. So, this is your the science paper 1, chapter number 7, lenses. Before that, what are the objectives of that lenses? Let us focus on this. So today's topic, which are the objectives of today's topic is, first, discuss about the terms related to spherical mirrors and their types. Okay, discuss about the types of lenses and terms related to it. Also to understand the concept of ray diagram for refraction and their rules. Okay, before going to start this, which are the topics are there? First of all, I want to give some instructions, that is, please only raise your hand if you have any questions or any queries are there. Okay, and take a screenshot of important points. Also note down the important points in your notebook after the lecture and keep the pen, notebook and textbook with you. Okay, so students, let us start the topic, our new topic, that lesson number 7, that lenses and topics are there. Before that, a short recap of our, we have learned what you have learned in last year, that is in your 9th standard. Okay, now look at the recap. This is your short recap. Look at the diagram. What is it? This is nothing but the plane mirror and the spherical mirror. Okay, you have already learnt in 9th standard what is meant by the plane mirror and spherical mirror. Okay, these are the types of mirror, right? Plane mirror and spherical mirrors are there. And also the spherical mirror, what are the types of spherical mirrors? Spherical mirrors having two types, that is concave mirror and the convex mirror. Okay, so let us next stop that. What is meant by the concave mirror and the convex mirror? Okay, already you have learned this. Look at the diagram. Now, this is the part of sphere, this is the part of circle. Your convex mirror and concave mirror, all these two mirrors are the part of the sphere. Okay, so surface of the convex mirror and the concave mirror, it is nothing but the part of the sphere. Now look at this diagram. There is a principal axis, the imaginary line which is passes through the center of the circle, that is called as your principal axis. Okay, now you know the circle, it is also having in the center that dot is pointed, that is called as the center. The center of the circle is there, and from the circle to the circumference of the circle, the distance between the distance between from the center to the circumference of the circle, that distance is nothing but the what? That is nothing but the radius of curvature. Okay, so here C is nothing but the center and R is nothing but the radius of curvature. Okay, so here these are the parts, all the in terms of which are related to the convex mirror and concave mirror. Okay, now on the principal axis there is a, in the center of the concave mirror and convex mirror, that is, say that one point is there, that is called as denoted by the P. P is nothing but the pole. Okay, it is on the center of the concave mirror or convex mirror. Okay, that P is denoted as a pole. Okay, now these are the terms related to the convex mirror and the concave mirror. Okay, so these both are the types of the mirror. Okay, now let us start our today's lesson number 7, that is your lenses, and the topic of our today's lesson. So what are the uses of lenses? What is meant by the lenses? What are the uses of the lenses? First, these are used by the old person for the reading, right? Also, it is used in the peephole, that is, it is embedded in the front door. Okay, the lens is embedded in the front door, that is your peephole. Also, the lenses are used in your microscope. That is, it may be compound microscope or it may be simple microscope. Also, the lenses are used in telescope. Okay, so spectacles also, the lenses are also used in spectacles for reading. Okay, again, watchmaker, which are used the lenses for repairing the watch. So these are the uses of lenses. Now the lenses having different types. These are the different types of lenses, that is biconvex lens. Biconvex means two convex mirror lenses are there. Bi means two. Okay, so convex lens, two convex lenses are embedded. These are combined with each other. Next is plano-convex, then positive meniscus, then biconvex concave, then plano-concave, and negative meniscus. Okay, now means what? The lenses also having the two types, that is convex lens and concave lens. Like that a mirror, that mirror also having, the spherical mirror also having two types of mirror, right? So convex mirror and the concave mirror. Like that the lenses also having two types, that is the convex lens and the concave lens. And this convex lens and concave lens having two types. Okay, so these are the subtypes of convex lens and the concave lens. So these are the different types of lenses which are used in our daily life. Okay, so these are the lenses, different types of lenses. Now students, we are going to we are going to learn some terms which are regarding to the convex lens and the concave lenses. So which are the terms? Let us look. Now students, that as we know, the spherical mirror, that is nothing but the part of this circle, and it is also having the center of curvature, radius, pole, principal axis, right? Like that the lenses also having the terms, that is nothing but the center of curvature, radius, principal axis. Before that, look at the diagram. This diagram indicates the cross section of convex and concave lens. What is means that? Now remember that these both lenses, that is concave lens and the concave lens, both are the surfaces of the circle or surfaces of the sphere. Means what? These are the parts of the sphere. Both the lenses, that is convex lens and concave lens, are both the part of the sphere. Okay, now look at the diagram. First A diagram is cross sections of convex lens. Means what? Look at, there are the two spheres. S1 is the first and S2 is second sphere, right? And both the surface of the spheres forms a lens, that is the convex lens. Okay, so 1 and 2, it indicates the surface of the sphere, and that is nothing but the surface of the lens. So 1 and 2 number, that is the surface of the convex lens. So spheres, the part of the sphere is nothing but the surface of the lenses. So in A diagram, the surface of the lens, that is indicated by the 1 and 2, that surface of the lenses is nothing but the part of the sphere S1 and S2. Okay, now look at the B diagram. Diagram B. Here also, this part of the sphere, that surface of the lenses, is formed by the part of the sphere. So S1 and S2 both are the spheres, right? And the surface of the lens, that is concave lens, is formed by the part of the sphere. So it is indicated by 1 and 2. Okay, so 1 and 2, that is showing the convex lens and the concave lens. So remember students that the sphere, the part of the sphere forms the surface of the lenses. Surface of the lenses, which lenses? That is the convex lens and the concave lens. Remember this, okay? Now let us learn about the terms. Which are the terms which are related to the convex lens and the concave lens? Before that, just I told you the spherical lens also having two types, that is convex lens and the concave lens. Okay. So types of lenses: spherical lenses, convex and concave. Now look at the diagram. First is what? That A diagram, that is nothing but the convex lens. Okay. Now, as we know, these lenses are the surfaces of the sphere or are the part of the spherical lens. Spherical lens or spherical sphere. Okay. So as these are the parts of the sphere, as these are the part of the spherical lens, so convex lens, it is embedded, it is combined with the two spherical lenses. Okay. So that bulge area inside the convex lens is nothing but what? Inside it is thicker and outside it is thinner. Okay. So thicker portion, that is inside portion, in the center of the convex lens, it is bulge, it is puffed out in outward side. So it is thicker inside, in the center it is thicker, and both the ends or both the edges are tapering towards. So both the edges of the convex lens are thinner and in the center it is thicker. Okay. So the convex lens is puffed out in outward side. So it inside it is, in the center it is thicker and both the edges are thinner. And look at the concave. What about the concave? The inner side, the spherical sides, which are the lens, the inner side is thinner. The concave lens, in the center, it is thinner, while in the edges, it is thicker. Okay. So look at the both diagram. There is a difference. The convex lens and the concave lens. Okay. So the lens which is thicker in the center, right, and edges are thinner, that is convex lens. And where in the center that lens is thinner and the edges are thicker, that is nothing but the concave lens. Okay. So these are the two types of lenses, that is nothing but the spherical lenses. Okay. And remember that both the convex lens and the concave lens, these are the part of the sphere. Okay. Now next, that is the terms which are related to this. First term is what? That is nothing but the center of curvature. First term which are related with the convex lens and the concave lens, that is nothing but the first is center of curvature. Okay. Now we know that, look at the diagram. Center of curvature means the center of the sphere. As I told you, the part of the surface of the lens, both are the lens, that is concave and convex. The part of the lenses are formed by the surface of the sphere. So center of the circle is nothing but the center of the lens. So C1 and C2 both are the center of curvature, and these are the center of curvature of the lens. Okay. In convex lens and concave lens, the center of curvature is denoted by the C1 and C2. So the center of the sphere is nothing but the center of the lens. Okay. So these are called as a center of curvature and it is denoted by the C. Remember this. Okay. Now next one, what? Next one is the radius of curvature. Now we know the circle. the circle having center, and what is meant by the radius? That's distance between the center of the circle and the circumference of the circle. That distance is called as radius of curvature, right? Like that only, as I told, the part of the sphere or the surface of the lens is nothing but the part of the sphere. So R1 and R2, both the radii. Radii means what? If there are many, so radius is with the radii. So it is told as radii. Both the radii, that is R1 and R2, which are of the sphere. So R1 and R2, which are the part of the sphere, the radius of the sphere, whose it is the part of the surface of the lenses. Okay. So R1 and R2 of the sphere is nothing but the part of the surface of the lenses. Okay. So remember this, the radius of curvature is nothing but what? When the R1 and R2, these are the radius of the sphere, and also these are the, it is from the surface of the lens. So R1 and R2, these are the called as radius of curvature of the lenses. Okay. So both the convex and concave lenses forms R1 and R2, that is radius of the curvature of lenses. Now what about the next term, that is the principal axis. Now what is meant by the principal axis? Is nothing but the imaginary line. Imaginary line is there. It is passes through the center of the curvature. Now look at the diagram, students. Here principal axis, that is the imaginary line which is passes through the center of the curvature, that is the center is nothing but the C1 and C2, and it creates the lenses, that is convex lens and concave lens. So surface of lenses are prepared by the part of the sphere, and imaginary line passes through the both the centers of the curvature, that is C1 and C2. This imaginary line is called as a principal axis. Okay, so remember this point, is very important. Now next term is what? Nothing but the optical center. What is meant by optical center? Now optical center, it is denoted by the O. Okay, optical center, it is denoted by O. Now look at the student, diagram is here, which shows the different rays passes through the lens. Okay, so both are there, that is the convex lens and concave lens is here. Now in previous lecture, that is the lesson number 6, that is refraction of light. We know that the transparent medium is used for the refraction of light, right? When the light rays passes through the transparent medium, the light rays get refracted, right? So here also the lens is also transparent medium. Remember that the lens is a transparent medium, and here the light rays incident on the surface of the lens. It may be convex lens or concave lens, but the light rays are incident on the surface of the convex lens. We will take the example, that is convex lens. So first, so the light rays incident on the surface of the convex lens, and what will happen in transparent medium? The light rays get refracted, right? So it changes its direction. Okay, and when they get refracted from one surface, that is when suppose the light rays incident inside the medium, light like the convex lens, when it incident inside what light rays passes through the convex lens, what will happen after that? What will happen? There is a refraction of light, and as the lens having two surfaces, the convex lens having two surfaces, also concave lens also having two surfaces. So two surfaces are there. If the two surfaces are there, what will happen? The refraction will be happen in 2 times, right? So first refraction and second refraction. So there are 2 times. The refraction will be occurs in 2 times. Okay, when it incident into the lens and it changes its direction, that is first refraction. Means first refraction when the light rays passes through the lens, then it will be get refracted. Okay, and when the light rays coming out from the lens, there is a second refraction. Okay, so here in the optical center, look at the light rays incident and passes through the optical center. In the lens, there is a point O which is in the center on the principal axis. The point O is denoted on the principal axis, and when the light rays passes through the optical center, it does not change its direction. So remember this point. All the 3 rays, that is P1, P2 and P3, these are the incident rays. These are incident and refracted, that is refracted rays what? Q1, Q2 and Q3. These are the refracted rays, but when the light passes through the lens, through the optical center, it does not changes its direction. Okay, so remember, and in the center, the optical center which is on the principal axis in the center of the lens. So that is nothing but the optical center, and it is denoted by the O. Okay, now next term is what? Principal focus. Now look at the students, as I told you, the incident rays, which are incident, the light rays passes through the lens, that incident rays passes through the lens and get refracted, right? And when the light rays refracted and come together or converge or meet together at one point, that is called as principal focus. Okay, so look at the diagram, students, that is convex lens and the concave lens. First, in convex lens, the incident rays which are parallel to the principal axis. Okay, that blue color line indicates the principal axis, and that yellow color lines, that is nothing but the incident rays. Okay, now incident rays which are parallel to the principal axis. Okay, the light rays passes through the lens, from the surface of the lens, they get passes through the lens and get refracted, and after refraction, what will happen? All the refracted rays come together or converge together. All the refracted rays meet together. Okay, and what will happen? All will come together at one point. That point is called as principal focus. Remember this. Now what about the concave lens? Look at the diagram. The diagram is different, right? Now that yellow color line, that is nothing but the incident rays, right? When these rays are parallel to the principal axis, they get incident on the surface of the concave lens. Okay, so light are incident on the concave lens, right? Surface of the concave lens, and refraction is there, but all the refracted rays get scattered, get diverged like a torch. Okay, torch is the best example of concave lens. When switch on the torch, what will happen? The light rays get scattered here and there. Okay, like that only here, when the light rays incident on the concave lens, the light rays get diverged. They get refracted, scattered, or that term is called as diverge. Okay. So light ray refracted get diverged, and what will happen? They come out backward or extended. They extended and meet or come together at the one point. So they get diverged, extended backward, and meet at one point. That point is called as principal focus. Okay. And this principal focus is denoted by the capital F. Remember students, principal focus is denoted by the capital F. Now next term is focal length. What is meant by the focal length? So we know that optical center, okay, inside the lens, that is in the center, that point O, that is nothing but the optical center, right? And principal focus, that is denoted by the F. Now look at the diagram students. The convex lens and concave lens, that is principal focus, F1 and F2, these are called as principal focus. These are denoted by the F1 and F2. Okay. Optical center, it is denoted by the O, which is on the principal axis, okay, in the center of the lens. Now what is meant by the focal length? Focal length, which is nothing but the distance between the optical center and the principal focus, that is called as focal length. Okay, distance between the optical center and principal focus is called as focal length. It is denoted by the small f. Okay, so don't be confused. Principal focus is denoted by a capital F, and focal length, it is denoted by the small f. Okay. So look at the board diagram. Focal length, optical center, and principal focus. And please take out this screenshot, student. If there are some important points are there, you have to take a screenshot. So please take out this screenshot. Now next is what is meant by the converging lens and divergent lens. What is meant by converging lens? First we will learn about the converging lens. Now what about the here? Look at the diagram, student. This is convex lens. First diagram indicates the convex lens. It shows the convex lens is there. Incident rays parallel to the principal axis, and they get incident on the surface of the convex lens, and after the incident what will happen? They get refracted. Okay, the direction of light ray changes here and they get refracted. When the second refraction is there, that rays is called as emergent ray. Already we are learnt in refraction of light, right? So emergent rays are there. So second refraction, that rays is called as emergent rays, and these rays come together at a specific point, and when they come together at specific point, when they meet together at a specific point, the converging is there. Come together means converging is there, so they converge at specific point. That's why the convex lens is also called as converging lens. Remember this. Okay, so incident rays when come together at a one point after refraction, that's why the convex lens is called as converging lens. Now what about the divergent lens? What is meant by divergent lens? Now students, look at the diagram. This is the concave lens. Okay, so concave lens, what will happen when the light rays incident on the surface of the concave lens? The light rays get diverged and they come together, or they extended backward and come together at one point. Look at both diagram. Compare the diagram, students. In first diagram, they are refracted and in opposite side they converge at one point. But in divergent, in concave lens, what will happen? They get diverged after incident, that they get diverged and come backward. So light rays which are refracted, they extended backward and come together at point, that is your principal focus, and they get meet together there and form the image. So the light which are get diverge, that's why the concave lens is called as divergent lens. Okay, so converging lens is there and divergent lens is there. Okay, so next point is what are the rules to draw the ray diagram of images formed by convex lens? What are the rules to draw the ray diagrams? What are the rules are there? Look at the first diagram. All the rules are for the convex lenses. So what type of images is formed when the light rays get incident? So these are the rules. Look at the first rule. Remember this is very important. First rule is incident ray is when parallel to the principal axis. When the incident ray parallel to the principal axis, after refraction, the refracted ray always passes through the principal focus. Okay, first rule, incident ray, when the incident ray parallel to the principal axis and after refraction or when they passes through the convex lens, the refracted ray always passes through the principal focus. Now rule number 2 is that what will? It is when the incident ray passes through the principal focus, after refraction, the refracted ray always parallel to the principal axis. Compare both rule 1 and rule 2. Both are the opposite, right? So second rule is what? When the light rays, the incident light rays passes through the principal focus, it is always parallel. That refracted ray always parallel to the principal axis. Now third rule is what? When the light rays passes through the optical center, it does not changes it does not changes direction. Okay, so these are the three rules. Three rules are important, and please take out the screenshot, student. Please take out screenshot of this. So when incident rays is parallel to the principal axis, the refracted ray is always passes through the focus. It is your first rule. Second rule is what? When the incident rays passes through the principal focus, the refracted ray is parallel to the principal axis. And third rule what? When the incident ray passes through the optical center, it does not changes its direction. Okay. Now related to these three rules, let us learn about the images formed by the convex lens. Before that, what is meant by the real image and what is meant by the virtual image? Look at the diagram, students. First diagram, it shows the images which are formed by the convex lens. So remember, students, the real image here, object is placed, always object is placed on left hand side. Okay, so object is there. Now there are first and third rule is apply on this diagram. That what is that? The first rule is what? When the incident ray parallel to the principal axis, the refracted ray always passes through the principal focus, right? And second ray what shows? When the light rays passes through the optical center, it does not changes its direction, and after refraction, its image is formed at a point where when the two refracted rays intersect to each other. So in first diagram, two refracted ray intersect at one point and it form the image, and image is what? This image is opposite side of the object, right? So image is inverted, right? Inverted, and when like this image is formed, this image is called as real image, and this image always form on a screen. Okay, it appears in on a screen. Remember, what about the virtual image? In what? When the light rays, again same rule, when light rays are parallel, incident rays are passes through the principal axis, which are parallel to principal axis, in concave lens, what will happen? The light rays get diverged, okay, and coming backward. Okay, so object is always placed on left hand side and image is formed where the two light rays, the refracted light rays intersect. The refracted light, what that light get diverged and extended backward, and image is formed. That image is called as virtual image and it does not appear on the screen. Okay, so take a screenshot of student. Please take out this screenshot. Now next about the images formed by the convex lens. So different type of images formed by the convex lens according to the rule number 1, 2 and 3. Now students, look at here, object always placed in left hand side, that is AB. This is your object. Okay, principal axis is there. Now principal focus, that is twice f1, f1, f2 and twice f2. Okay, optical center is there on the principal axis. Now look at the students, first ray, that is incident, which is parallel to the principal axis and get refracted when passes through the convex lens. It always passes through the principal focus. Okay, and second ray, what about the second ray? First ray is BC, that incident ray is BC, right? And it get refracted when passes through the principal focus. It form the ray, refracted ray, that is CT. Second ray, second incident ray, which is passes through the optical center. It does not change its direction. Okay, and after that what will happen? Both the rays, both the refracted rays intersect at a point and form the image, that is the A dash and B dash. Look at the diagram, that is A dash and B dash. Okay, and it will form the image, that is real image. Okay, so position, nature and size, it depend on the object where it is placed. So here the object is placed beyond the f1, twice f1 is there, and it form the image, that is on right hand side. The image is inverted, right? It is opposite to the object, right? So it is inverted and real. Okay, so A1, B1, A dash, B dash is there, that is your image on the principal axis, that is along the principal axis. So that image form, it is real, inverted and smaller, right? It is smaller than the object. So according to that, look at the chart that is in your textbook page number 83. Here object, the position of object is there in the table. It is indicate the position of the object. Also it has given the position of the image and size of the image and nature of the image. So where the position of the object is there, where the position of the image is there, according to it, it forms the size of the image, nature of the image. Okay, Now in convex lens, most of the images are formed that is real and inverted, and it appears on a screen. Okay, so these are the chart which are indicates all the images are real and inverted. Only last one is there between the f1 and o, means it is between the f1 and optical center. The size of the image is very large and the nature of the image is virtual and erect. Virtual means what? It is on the same side. Virtual means on same side of the object and in state position, meant like the object only. So it is very large, virtual and erect, and on the same side of the object. Okay, so this chart is very important, so take a screenshot. Now what about the points we have learned today? Which are the topics we have covered today's lecture? That remember the rules of the diagram, which images which are the form by using the ray diagram. First rule is what? When the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, the refracted ray passes through the principal focus. Okay, this is very important rule. Then second one is what? When the incident ray passes through the principal focus, the refracted ray is parallel to principal axis. Okay, and rule number 3 is what? When the incident ray passes through the optical center of the lens, it passes through the without changing its direction. So these are the rules, and you have to learn about the focal length. What is the focal length? Focal length is means what? Distance between the optical center and principal focus, that is, and it is denoted by the small f. Okay, now next is what is meant by converging lens? Converging lens means what? Convex lens. Convex lens, it is also called as converging lens. Why? Because light rays, when light is parallel to the principal axis, they all which are incident on the convex lens, on the surface of the convex lens, they come together at a fixed point, or at a point, that point where the converging is there. So because of the converging of the refracted ray, that lens is called as converging lens, means what? Convex lens. And next one is what? Light rays when parallel to principal axis falling on a concave lens go away from one another, means what? That is divergence. So light rays get diverged, get scattered after refraction, and they come together, they get extended at a one point, and that lens is called as divergent lens. Means what? Concave lens is nothing but the divergent lens. Okay students, so please take a screenshot, students. Okay, now this is the time to ask the question. So when I will be asking some questions, only raise your hand, students. Okay, and unmute yourself. Okay, so first question is that what are the types of spherical lenses? Only raise your hand, students. Yes, Anjali. Anjali.
Miss, concave and convex.
Yeah, very good, Anjali. So that is the types of spherical lenses is nothing but the convex lens and concave lens. Very good. Now define the focal length. What is meant by the focal length? Rupesh Singh. Yes. Khushi Banu. Yes, Khushi. Khushi. Define the focal length. Khushi, first unmute yourself. Khushi, unmute.
Khushi, unmute yourself.
Khushi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
The distance between the optical center and principal focus of a lens is called its focal length.
Yeah, very good answer, Khushi. Well done. Okay, next is what? What does below diagram indicates? Yes, Rupesh Yadav. Rupesh, first unmute yourself. Yes, Rupesh. First unmute yourself, Rupesh. Rupesh Yadav.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. Question number third. What does this diagram?
This
Hello.
diagram shows length between
Yeah.
it means
Hello.
distance between the center of mirror or lens and its focus.
And its focus. Very good, Rupesh. But this is the your rule number 1, that is indicates the what when the incident ray parallel to the principal axis, the light rays always passes through the principal focus. That is your rule number 1. Very good, Rupesh. Okay, thank you, students, for listening to me. Thank you very much. Hello.
Thank you, Kalpana
Yes.
ma'am.
Thank you.